Hey, Sag. What's happening? Hot stuff? What's going on? So glad to be here with you for another weekly reading. Man, I just did Scorpio's reading and it was awesome. I just wanted to bask in that energy. Dang. Dang. All right, let's see. That wanted to stay out, devil. All right, that wanted to stay out. It just came off. So let's see what you are dealing with. Don't freak out over the devil, okay? Just a pesky little bugger. We're going to deal with that shit. All right, all right, all right. Okay. You're going to be going through some transitions over the next 4 to 6 months. There's going to be a lot of things happening for you, a lot of transitions, and they want you to just accept these changes. I'm hearing that you like to be in control of things, but you're about to go through some experiences over the next 4 to 6 months that you are going to feel like you have no control over. That's why this devil came out. You see how he's like trapped in there? No control. And they want you to just accept these changes with grace, because what it's doing is actually setting you up for a win. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. There's so many, I've got 4 cards so far about change. They want you to view these changes or these challenges as opportunities for growth. They're also saying, like, throughout these changes, you're going to find that your heart and mind like shifts and transform regarding some type of connection relationship that you were in or are in, and they want you to you're going to start to appreciate that connection and that bond in a way that you weren't able to see it before. Like, you physically, emotionally could not see this, and now you're going to be in a position where you can. And they want you to really get, if you're not into maybe gardening or, eating whole natural foods, this is the time to do it. It's going to help your energy. And remember, with these challenges, these transitions that you're going through, these changes, they're happening because you're going to be offered new opportunities, and they want you to seize these new opportunities with excitement. Okay, it's a beginning of a new phase for you that you're going through. And they're also saying that they would like for you to dedicate time for some creative pursuits that, like, nourish your soul. Okay, let that serve as your personal sanctuary as you go through this, like, a little bit of an upheaval. And it's not really an upheaval. They're showing me like a sifter with sand in it, and you're like, you're putting stuff in there and you're sifting out the big pebbles from the sand in a shaker. That's what's happening. Things that need to go. Thank you for the confirmation. History facts, there you go. Things that need to go are going to be sifted and sorted out of your experience, and you're not going to be able to control it. You are used to having things go a certain way, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, but it's really they're gonna be shaking things up and make it 1, 2, A, Z, L, M. They're moving pieces around to make what you want come to fruition, because the way you're trying to handle things is the hard way, and they would like to help you handle things the easy way. So it's like you're just going to be uncomfortable with feeling like you're out of control, but you're going to be able to look back on that in hindsight like, oh, I could see so clearly what they were doing, and I'm so glad they did it. They want you to really explore spiritual texts or practices that speak to, like, the interconnectedness of all life. So I would consider, I was a Christian. I grew up with a father who was a Christian pastor. I went to every denomination of a Christian church that you could find. There's just a lot of crazy stories I could tell. And then I ended up finding Jesus in the most, like, unique, completely backwards way compared to how the church would teach you. And I feel like that's an example of what they're about to do with you. You're being shown that there's truth in every religion, and that there's a web, there's a connection between all of it. Every religion out there has some type of human characteristics to it, and those pieces are going to be dissected, pulled out, and the truth is going to be instilled in those pieces. And it comes through your story. I love that. So let's see. I'm asking a personal question about, not personal, but I'm just asking it before I give you an answer. So, okay. So, no. All right. Something that you are doing now, and this may not resonate with everybody, and you know what? I'm having a new wave of Sag energy that's been coming into my readings where it was really high vibrational, and now some are coming in that are like going through some karmic debts, who are going through, it's like you're experiencing some karmic debts, and you're about to go through a really profound spiritual awakening, or you've already started that. And there are things that you are going to pay karmic debts for, because this Justice card is coming out for someone who walked away from you. I ask, is Sag getting the justice? And they said, it says no, and it's eight of cups. Somebody who walked away from you is getting justice, who felt like you put them in this position. And that's not for everybody. Take it as it resonates. If you are dealing with somebody and the story flips for you, flip the story, because this is a general reading. It's not specific to one person. So, of course, the storylines, like, place yourself in the story where it fits. If it doesn't fit, this reading is not for you. So, but I am getting here that someone, and this is probably the shakeup over the next 4 to 6 months, the things that are being sifted and sorted, the big problems, you're going to feel like you have no control over what is happening. But what is happening is actually expanding you in a really, really good way. It's actually helping you. And it's just, you are going to go through some experiences. Like, you're used to things, maybe society's told you have to do things this way, and you've been doing it this way, and you think that you just need to work harder, 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 and more will come to you. And God is about to show you that's not how it works. That is not how it works. So there are going to be some things, and I have to tell you, I'm sorry about this. There are going to be some things that you're going to lose that you find valuable, relationships that you find valuable, and things like you're going to feel like you're being punished by God for this. But what's happening is God is removing the problems in your life. You are going to feel like you're being punished by God for something you did. Look, I have hustlers in the hood. So, bro just cracked the code. All right. So, what that's saying is that maybe you've got that type of lifestyle. Maybe you've had a lifestyle where it's like hustling and stuff like that. That's going to be catching up to you, and it needs to catch up with you to get you out of this really toxic cycle that keeps happening, because God's trying to bring you an enterprise. God's trying to alleviate your problems, remove the problems, alleviate the pain, and show you, okay, that when you hit rock bottom, you have nowhere to go but up, and you're willing. It's like you have to hit that rock bottom so that you realize the only place you have is to go up. And when you do, what you're going to find is that you're happy that things happened the way they did, because you're going to find happiness and peace that you've never really experienced yet with any individual. And you've got a lot of hatred towards yourself because of choices you've made, and they just said problems you created. Oh my God. Okay, this is what it is. And this is not for everybody, so I'm going to try to pick up on the high vibrational one. Something about a problem you created is coming to the surface. You don't want it to come to the surface. You want it to stay hidden. But God is saying, no, it has to come to the surface. What was done in the dark is coming to the light. You're not going to be able to stop this. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to say it like that, but you're not. And what happens from that is you are humbled to realize the part that you played, because you created some type of problem or dynamic, Saggy. for other people who have literally moved on and they don't even think of you or have, and it's like you keep trying to cause problems for somebody here. And this is one of God's chosen. It really is, because they've healed what you're about to go through. They went through it and now you're about to go through it. Your version of it. And this person's getting justice for something that was done in the dark. Sneaky, vindictive, reactive anger. Something you did to vindicate yourself. It was sneaky, and it's got to come out. And that's part of your story. It's supposed to come out. And look, I didn't even realize this. What's sitting here? This is Sagittarius right here. See how the rest of them are gold? I got something wet on this one, so I got to like color it in again. But this is Sagittarius and the number 10. So the number 10 can be significant to you somehow. All right, so what comes of this? Like, all right, this is what's coming for him, in the next 4 to 6 months. But what comes of this? Let me know what good comes from this. That one to stay. A new beginning. I felt them flick that. I felt that flick out of my hand. A new beginning. So what's falling apart is meant to fall apart so that something new can come in that answers all of the prayers that you've had in this lifetime. It's like you're trying to go up, you're trying to go about getting things done in a certain way that's just not going to work for you. And God has to step in, shift things around, shake things up for you to realize, okay, there's different ways to do things. And that's what's happening. They're going to give you a brand new beginning. Something really happy. This Nine of Cups reminds me of the Ten of Cups because it's got an entire family there. There's fireworks, there's celebrations, there's pure happiness. She's pregnant like in the Empress card. She's got her loving dog here, her best friend that's white, which is talking about spirit, speaking and talking with spirit. You are being set up for success. They are going to help you make these plans. And how they're going to do it is through that turmoil that you're going to go through. That devil card. I don't even know if I still have that. Did I? I think I shoveled it. But you remember the devil card. It was somebody enclosed in a glass and couldn't get out. So think about that devil card as being your mind. Stuck in your mind. Can't get your thoughts are squirrely. They're all over the place. You think the worst common scenario. You think that there's always an ulterior motive with people. You don't trust people. All of those messages need to be pulled up and taken out for this to happen. And there's certain behaviors and relationships that you have right now that are hindering you from healing this. And it's like, I don't know, there's something that you went through, and it's like every time something goes wrong, you're blaming one person for it. Every time something goes wrong in your life, even though this person isn't in your life in any real capacity anymore, you blame them for that downfall. And God is going to say, nah, Sag. You played a part in this. You are responsible for your part. They are responsible for their part. They've healed their part. But you have to take responsibility for your part in the actions. God is the best vindicator. The way God does it is like what? Somebody does something mean to you and you go and you vandalize their vehicle or their house or you fight them. How long is that going to last? You're going to end up in trouble. You're going to end up having, being locked up or having issues with the law. You're going to be the one having to pay for this stuff. And if you get into a fight, what if you get into the fight and they beat your ass? Then you're the one with the pain. You go to fight them and they end up annihilating you. Right? And it's like, then you're mad about that. So you go at it in a different way. God says that you are trying to vindicate yourself in the wrong way through lower vibrational thought patterns, and they need to help you come out of this so that you can actually attain the blessings that you want. Okay, so that's what God's doing. It's like just being able to look at yourself and realize that all of us are part of the problem and all of us are part of the solution. So with this Eight of Pentacles coming out, that means you're going to go through this period of self-reflection, self-growth, self-worth, self-love, and through doing this, you're going to unlock a lot of new abilities and potentials that you didn't know that you had, passions you didn't know you had. And there's some type of skill you have that's really unique that you don't even, it's not even on your radar at this point. You don't know that you are capable of this. You don't know that you're going to do this. And it's one of the biggest successes in your life. And the only way to get that is to be able to let God break things down for you so that He can rebuild you back up in a very short period of time and become successful and use your story for the glory of everybody else on this planet to help them grow the same way God helped you. Excuse me. The same way God helped you. All right. What? Okay. They want me to get a couple from here. All right. So whatever you're going through, you're being protected from deceit from situations that no longer serve you. Lie low for a while and you'll be shown the truth. So this goes right back to what I was saying with that energy. Like these things have to be shifted out of your experience. Like the sand and the sifter with the rocks and the pebbles need to be separated. Like this has to happen. So whatever you're going through that's going against you, God is going to use that He's going to protect you, and He's going to use that to uplift you and use that experience through you. You're going to be the mouthpiece for people through that experience. You are protected from things that you think you're, I don't know, like really sensitive and on the verge of losing something. You don't like to be vulnerable is what I heard. All right, let's see. All right, so your wish is being granted, but it's not coming in the way you expect. No worries, it's just what you need. That is just everything that I said in a nutshell, in one card. Okay? Authority clashes with the boss or a challenge to your power will compel you to respond. Choose peaceful solutions if you can. All right, so if you may be having trouble at work with authority figures, maybe you're not being heard and you have a lot of great ideas, or they're just putting work on you that you don't need, it's a challenge for you. Yeah, it's a challenge for you. Okay, action is the key to getting you where you need to go. You can't wait around. Take a step in any direction to get unstuck and find opportunities. So if you're feeling stuck, Sag, this is happening for you. Remember, not to you, because God's going to shift things around, and it's going to happen in a way that you're not even going to understand why things are happening the way they're happening at the time. But with a little bit of time, like a couple weeks to a month later, then you understand, because as you live life, more experiences teach you and fill in the little pieces that are missing to your puzzle. All right. That is what I have for you, Saggies. Let me see. The high vibrational Saggies, do you have something for them? The ones that have been going at this for some time, who need, what's going on with them? Because that was for the ones just coming in. All right, so the ones that are resonating with the higher vibing didn't resonate much with that story. Things, whatever you're doing, is like there may not be any work for you right now that you enjoy doing, but they're saying a warm follow-up will get you in the door. And also that warm follow-up needs to be coupled with some education that you need to have. So you may need to take a class or do research to find information or a better position. Or you may find yourself writing a book or teaching others. You've got a lot to say here. Okay, so doors are opening up for you. You have the chance to change jobs, start a business, or invest in a new venture. Just do it. All right, so you have the ability to change things by just taking a step in any direction. You may not have the job you want right now, but you're making exciting work moves that are going to see you being recognized, and it's going to open up doors for you. It's going to be something where you need to learn about this particular area, this craft, this skill, whatever it is. You are going to have to learn some things because it's a new start for you. Okay. That is what I have for you, Saggy. I wish I had something that, just lighthearted and fun, but, I got to give you what they give me, okay? I love you very much. I'll see you in the next one.